Yeah, it's probably fine. Alright, so today we are going to add more frames to the second brooder. So right now we had the brooder with frames on the bottom, and the next brooder was filled with our sugar water for the bees. So what we're going to do today is put more frames in the second brooder, and then we're going to put our sugar water into our super, which is a little smaller, so we use smaller jars. So we'll show you that later. But when I was doing that, I realized I need to make more frames. So that's what we're going to do first, is make more frames. So it's really easy to do. All we do is, so we start with the sides. And we just put a little glue in there on the tops. I use a little brush to get the glue up the sides. And this is the top because it's tapered going down. So what we do is just slide it in. And then same thing for the other side. A little easier. Boom. And it forms a little thing. And then when we get the trays there, they just slip in there to go in there like that. Oh, we'll hold on for that for a second. So you see there's a little groove going down the middle here, and this is the bottom here. So we'll also do that too. So I'm going to do the same thing again here. The glue. So these also could pop in afterwards, but it's okay to do it now. And then what we're going to do carefully is take a nail, and we're going to nail it. Not sure how well you can see it. Right down the middle here, carefully there, so that it puts it together. So. Okay, one down, 9 more to go. Let's see. tight. Get some fins. Just hit on this side. Two. Alright, so you may be wondering why I had to build some today. But if you may remember from last year, we built some swarm traps in the hope that we would catch some local bees, and we wanted to buy some. And of course that didn't turn out as well as we hoped. And so I have 10 frames right now sitting in my swarm catchers, which I'll probably do another video on in a couple weeks because I need to check those out and probably put more bait in them. So, and I'll show you how I do that. And because I had 10 frames in my 2 swarm catchers, I had to buy 10 new frames. These to put into our next batch. So I think this is going to get boring for you, so I'll probably stop filming and finish, go from there, or I might put the camera at another angle so you can see me building them a little bit from a different perspective. So. Alright, so let's talk about the frames, what we're doing today. So these are the sides, and on the sides they have these joints and tenons, so that when we put the frames together they hold on to each other. And so what happens is when they go in the hive like this, so that when they're in the hive they'll be butted up next to each other like so, and this area here is where the bees will be able to walk through back and forth the frames, and this will stop them from getting together, but it gives us the spacing we need so when they build a comb out. So when they build the comb out, it'll come out as far, not sure how much you can see, as this frame here. So it's a good, half-inch distance for when the comb's going to come out. And when they build this next to it, it'll allow me to be able to take them apart. So then that's why there's a groove here. And then for the bees to get from this side to the other side, they need this little notch here to walk around. So the bees would come from this side, it would walk around and go to this side. And from up here, this is going to be butted up, so the bees can't walk through, obviously. So they have to go through there. So that's why they're made like this. And so this is the top. And the top is made so that it fits on here smooth. And once again, the tops are built so they'll be butted up next to each other, so the bees can't go through or come up or go around, so make them go around. And then when we do this, then bottom, if we look at our bottom piece, see how the bottom piece is a little bit thinner? And when you have two next to each other, that'll the size of a bee could fit through there. So if you can imagine that, which was hanging down, there's a good space for the bee to go between the two frames at the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. So as we put the frames together, all we're going to do is add some glue here along the sides. So let me do that real quick. Just on the sides and the top. I'll do the same thing for this one. Just trying to get it so it's on the sides. Bring it up. And then we're just going to take one of these tops, and we're just going to slide it right where it's supposed to go. And then we'll do the same thing for this side. And then we're going to do the same thing up top here with the bottom rail. We're just going to glue it up on this side and on this side. And I hear one of our friends now. She's out there looking for some food. So these are our pre-waxed frames, and all we gotta do is our foundations. Just slide it in there, grabbing our bottom board with the groove in it so that the foundation slides into them. Sorry, I must have forgot to tell you about that part. There's a groove right there for it to slide into. And then this one just slides in also. It just goes on here like this. And it gets put in like so. Now all I need to do is just hammer in some nails right there, and then on this side I'll put them in there, and that will just helps the frame stay together. As you can imagine, when I pull them out, I got to yank and pull it, and so we need to have just a little bit more strength that way. So I'm going to hammer them in. Not sure you can see this. And then I just hammer them in like that. Just a little bit like that, and I just hold it. I pinch it down. Probably don't have to, but I'm just the way I am. So. And then it's in. This side too. Voila. Alright, we'll try it one more time. The last one. From this angle. We got enough glue in there. Just on the sides. Hopefully you can see all this. Everything's brown. So. And the same thing on this side. Glue it up. Get the tarp bar with the groove going up for the foundation to go in. And the same thing here, just right in there. We're just going to add a touch of glue in here too. Just going to move that glue around so it gets on the sides, on both ends. And then all we do is just slide this right in there like that, but I need to put the foundation on and turn it up, so I'm not sure you're going to see this. Just going to put the foundation in. So I got the foundation in. And then all I'm going to do is just slide this in. So that it gets down that little slide. And then we're just going to hammer it up. Put the nails back in like the other ones. Yep, that's probably good. So just hammer them in, and then we're all set.